All right, first up this morning, I don't have to tell you that it's back to school season. Some MPS students even started this morning.
Yep.
It's everything I feel like that you see at the store. It's on the news. Kids are showing off signs of needing a little structure back in their lives.
Parents are going, yay! Today we're going to hear from the educators themselves and what parents should and should not do when it comes to sending our kids back to class. Derrick Jenkins is the assistant principal at King Elementary here in Milwaukee. Heather Leffler and Nicole Siem are both teachers in the Holy Hill District.
Morning, ladies.
I know,
Morning, gentlemen.
Very excited to have you guys here. I know this is a big project. I mean, for parents to go, okay, getting my kid back to school. What do you think? I'm going to ask the principal here first. What is the one thing that parents need to go, okay, I need to get these kids in their mindset right? How do we motivate them?
Well, the first thing, students need to have a good night of sleep. They need about 8 hours before they come into our buildings. And parents need to know, hey, let me communicate with the teachers. What do I need for my child to be successful?
Well, and you know, you talk about sleep. I think it's tough when kids are young because the sun's still out when they need to go to bed. I think it gets harder though, the older that they get and they become teenagers and that kind of thing. But I love that you make that point. I think a new routine about sleeping has to start before the first day of school. Like you can't go the night before, okay, now we're going to get our sleep. You kind of got to like work them in.
Work
Build
them
up,
in.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Nicole, you're nodding your head a lot here. What grade do you teach?
Second grade.
Second grade.
And what grade do you teach?
I do special education. I'm 5th and 6th grade.
Okay, got it.
Right. So for 5th and 6th graders, I'm sure a lot of them, I mean, I don't want to be like, I'm sure a lot of kids are on video games and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But when we talk about sleep, do you guys have anything that you suggest to parents, like how to dial it back and get them back to that regular schedule?
I think, just kind of preparing them, like you said, getting them kind of in that routine as we get ready for school and kind of starting now. And I think the screen time, kind of getting them off those phones and those video games like an hour before bed so they can kind of relax. And
that's huge.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm sure second grade you want your kid, the parents reading to them.
Yes. We hope that they're doing it all summer, but especially those first few weeks back to school.
Yeah. So is there anything that you actually look forward to as teachers? There's a lot of work that goes into getting your classrooms and as a principal getting things ready to go for students to return. But is there something you look forward to with the start of school?
I think it's exciting because it's the first few weeks of school for us too. So we're seeing our colleagues, we're seeing our new students, the new families. It's really an exciting time to get to know everybody and see some familiar faces also.
How about you as a principal?
Well, today is our Super Bowl. Our teachers, our administrators, our support staff have been getting ready for this day weeks ago. So they've been doing PDs, getting their classroom set up, making sure that the building is ready for students to enter.
Yeah. How about you? You look forward to something about start of school?
I think it's the first day when you see them walk down the hall. I mean, they're so excited. They have a big smile on their face. They have their new backpack, new shoes.
New outfit.
Exactly,
We were talking, Molly and I were talking about the biggest thing.
Yeah, it is.
Getting
it's
it all
so
set.
exciting.
Yeah,
and
the new
we
shoes.
feel that, yeah.
It's so funny. My brother and sister-in-law and their family, they have a new shoes song. So anytime you get new shoes, they sing a song to their kids. It's cute because it's so exciting to have those new things as you go into a new school year.
Talking about the parents, as a parent, what are some of the great questions that I should be asking my teachers and my principal? Heather, we'll go down the row here.
You bet, absolutely. Well, I think really telling, I'm really not questions as much as telling them about their child. So really kind of saying their positives, their strengths. We're really on their team and we really want to work with the parents. So just kind of communicating what their child is all about.
I like that team word about it. That's cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think parents should be in constant communication with their classroom teachers. What do I need to do to leverage a quality education for my child when they're not at school? What can I do at home before they go to bed? Should I be reading to them for 20, 30 minutes? Should I be working on math problems, writing? These are great things that you can do at home to help the classroom teacher throughout the academic school year.
What about questions at conferences? For you in second grade, what's an example of a question you've heard from a parent where you're like, I'm really glad they asked that, or that was a really good question?
I think related to what both Heather and Derrick said is being on the same team. What can we do at home to keep things consistent between school and home? I think it works best when we're working as a team with the students.
I remember thinking about conferences, asking teachers, because I feel like so much of it is heavy on the academics. Like, here are their standardized test scores. Here's how they're performing in math. I was always interested in how are they getting along with their classmates? Are they helpful to you?
Are they compassionate?
Are they compassionate? Are they following the rules? Are all those okay questions?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well,
Really
yeah,
important.
absolutely all the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Molly knows. Molly knows. Important for homework. What do you guys think about the level of homework? I know as a parent, sometimes I'm like, I cannot believe I am doing all this at home. And then some years it'll completely change.
Right.
What are your thoughts?
We've recently went to the block schedule, so it's like a 90-minute class. So your kids might not have as much homework nowadays, because what they're really doing is we're teaching and instructing that first 45-minute, and then the second 45-minute we're allowing the kids to actually apply what we've taught. So they tend to get a lot of the homework done at school, which is nice.
Yeah, I think parents feel a lot of responsibility when it comes to homework, especially as kids get older. It can be a heavy burden.
You mean when we don't understand it and we can't do
can't
it?
help them.
And it's probably best for the teachers to be doing it
Yeah.
when they
Now,
learn
when
it.
they're in math class, my mom didn't do it that way.
Right.
Oh,
She
I'm
didn't teach that way.
sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But it reminded me too that homework is an important part of learning, isn't it?
It absolutely is. I haven't been in a classroom in a few years, but I was a teacher for over 16 years. And one of the things I wanted to do to reinforce the skills and concepts in the classroom, I gave the parents a list of things that we're going to be doing, the upcoming projects. What do we need to make sure that the students are ready before we get to that particular subject matter?
And Nicole, do you think it's just useful for homework for parents, for the kids to see that their parents are engaged?
I think it's important for parents to see what the students are doing in school so that they have maybe a sneak peek of something that they're really great at or something that they might struggle with a little bit. I always tell parents that if the student starts to struggle at home with homework, then stop right there because it's not beneficial for them anymore.
That's a great
Good.
point. You bring it back to school and ask your
Sure.
teacher
Yep.
if you
Yep.
don't understand. I like that.
Right.
Great to meet all of you. I hope you have an awesome start to your school year. We appreciate you joining us here. Everybody's start time is coming up, so
Yeah,
it's nice to have
Super
you
Bowl.
here. Yes.
Yeah.
And on Facebook, we posted this sound off question because we want to know, what do you actually like about the back to school season? Go to our Facebook page, sound off, let us know what you think. Thank you all again.
Thank you.
Thank you.